Hello! I just wanted to film this video really quickly because I am so happy in this very moment. The reason I'm recording this is because I feel that a very special day is coming up, and that day is my baptism. I'm going to get baptized on Thursday next week, and this is going to be a very special day for me. I feel like I am going through this rebirth, mentally, spiritually, physically. I just woke up this morning and I was full of life and strength, and I was encouraged, I was hopeful, and I had my visions inside, I had my dreams inside, all the things I want to do and I've been thinking of doing, and the baptism and all of that, and it just packed into one big ball of joy. Everything is just right. Everything is right. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying anything is easy nowadays. As a matter of fact, life is very difficult. It's very difficult when you have to walk it alone, when you have to be strong for yourself, and when you have yourself to rely on. Everything is different. But I feel like there's so much more payoff. Every day matters more. Time doesn't just fly by like it used to. I value everything. I take nothing for granted. Every minute I spend wisely. I'm just a whole different person than I was before. And I really think that it's because I'm now doing something that I believe in, that is right for me, and I have taken a step into that kind of maturity, spiritual maturity, where I feel fearless and courageous enough. I think it's a matter of that everything means more and it has more value to me, and there's more awareness in my days than I used to have. So, and I'm also very hopeful. I'm hopeful and I feel closer to God than ever before. And that to me, it just covers up and it just neutralizes all the other difficult things. And when you do something so authentic, even the most difficult moments, you get through them. And you have all these methods and thought processes to get through them. And like never before, I turned to God in my most difficult moments, and I gained strength and fearlessness from Him. And that's not something I used to do. Nowadays, it's just, if I'm overwhelmed with something, I just immediately, I snap out of it and I turn to God, and I turn to Him. I give Him all my worries and difficulties, and it's a miracle. It's a miracle how everything it gets easier and better when you do it in God, when you do it on your path to Him. So I feel great. I'm in a wonderful mood, and there's something very special about living your life where you are no longer governed by other people's opinions and thoughts of you. When you're no longer affected by, or at least you're not governed by people's judgment of you, or a life where you don't have to rely on other people to make a sound judgment of something that you live, something that matters to you. And most definitely it feels different living a life where you do not rely on feelings, where you are not controlled by feelings every day. You don't feel like you are controlled by things that happen to you, that circumstances don't run you. They don't run you like they used to. You don't walk around for hours mumbling on something or getting stuck on something. That's all in the past. So there's a relief. There's a relief and an ease with the life that I'm living now that I never had before, ever. And I feel strong. I feel different. When your whole life changes internally and your entire worldview changes, and your view of yourself and people in your life and of God, you change. Everything changes. And you realize that you control, because as Christians we believe that we can control our thoughts and feelings to a certain degree. We can. When things happen to us, when there's a calamity or some kind of obstacle caused by these circumstances of life, it is of course a given that we will most likely we will be affected. But there's this control in Christianity that you are taught that you have the ability to fight these negative feelings that only come to destroy you. They only come to drag you down and pull you away from God. And we have these tools to govern these, that we are behind the steering wheel. That's what happens when you become Christian. So anxiety, worry, fear, these things are stuff that it's not out of your control in this reality of the Bible. It's not out of your control. It's actually in your control, and you ought to act upon it. We're taught that you have to control and govern your mind for anything, because your mind, that is where Satan works the most. That is where he attacks you first and foremost. It's in your mind, and part of your mind are your thoughts and your feelings, and how your mind controls your body parts. So when we feel bad, not only do we have bad thoughts and feelings, but we also have the rest of our body gets physically affected. So we can get physically ill from stress, from sadness, from sorrow. And so God gives us protection. He gives us tools. He gives us ways to deal with these things as they happen and in different circumstances and contexts. And that is something I never ever had. I never had that kind of control outside of Christianity, other than this notion we were taught about, that it's so common here in the Western world about mindfulness. That, let go of everything. And then, that never worked for me. It never worked for me because it's not realistic. We're human. We're going to feel things. And it's impossible to walk through life completely disconnected from such things. It's just not realistic. And Christianity, in my opinion, it's the most suitable reality, really, for how we were actually created. It's just perfectly aligned with how we were created. I can't find that anywhere else. And so with this video, I just wanted to say that besides that it's a wonderful day, Christianity has helped me in every possible way. It's not just a book. It's not just, hey, believe in God and know what's going to happen when you die. It's a way of life. It's everything. It tells you about where you came from, where you're going, why you are alive, what your purpose is. It tells you why you feel bad, what the differences are between diseases and spiritual diseases. It tells you how to handle things. It tells you what kind of attitude you should have to every single thing that happens in life. It's as if God is talking to you, which He is. The real God. It is the real God because He knows us the best. And He will let us know that. He has no limits. And we are His creation. He can do whatever He wants. And clearly He loves us. And that's what we're taught in the Bible. He loves us. He loves us all. And so He does what a God would do who loves His creation, which is inform His creation. So there are many ways to look at the Bible and see why it's really from God and why God really exists. But this is one of the miracles that really proves that the Bible is from God. Is just how suitable it is for us as human beings. Just really truly works with how we were created. It's not a way to attain something that's against our nature. There is no other way to describe it and explain it other than that. I have truly found God. And He really is with me now. And He is working His way in my life. And I see the fruit of all the effort I've done in His name. I see the fruit of all of the prayers that people have prayed for me and that I have prayed. And I truly believe that every single component here is just another proof that the Bible is the Word of God. And as a Christian, you realize that it's not just the written evidence that we have of the Bible, but it's everything that Christianity really is, that just cannot be explained in any other way other than that it is a miracle.